we got Maycee Barber versus Karine Silva. Now, this is a weird one, too, because honestly, the matchmaking for this one is fire. I'm super excited about the matchmaking on this because you basically got two marauders. These two girls aren't exactly the most technical, but they got dog in them. They have absolute dog in them. That's the one thing we know for certain. We know both of these girls are not going to give up. They're not going to stop. And the thing that I like about this matchmaking is both of these girls want to be the one walking you down. They don't want to be, they're not counter strikers who are trying to play a technical game. No, they're trying to walk you down and kick some ass. I mean, that's why I do like this from a stylistic matchup. In terms of who gets their way, who's going to be the one who wins, who knows? Because they're both going to be the one wanting to be the one who's walking the other one down. So, I don't know. I do have some concerns. Now, I guess we could start with Karine Silva. Karine Silva, I do think has been a bit, I don't want to say a weight bully, but we've seen, her grappling's solid. She has good submission abilities. She can look good in the scrambles on the ground, but she is kind of a bit of a weight bully, especially in the striking. The striking's not great. She has a really flat-footed, really stationary Muay Thai base that we've seen kind of get picked apart in the past. Now, we can see with the recent fights against Rojo, we saw basically she just wasn't able to have any success. She was the one walking Rojo down in that spot. She was the one leading the offensive. She was walking her down in the striking. It's just she wasn't really able to have that much success. She has these front kicks that that she tries to land. She has a decent jab, but it's like besides that, she has a slow, just kind of, I don't know, just a slow, flat-footed base of striking that just against anyone who's a nimble striker who can be quick, they're going to beat her to the punch every single time. Now, she did have some moments of success, but Rojo is basically just a much more faster striker. She was a lot quicker in that spot. She was able to have a lot more success. Now, will Maycee Barber have that type of success? I don't really know. I don't really rate Maycee Barber striking very highly. I mean, we saw against Amanda Ribas, she was able to have a lot of success. That late combination she landed to end the fight, what was it, round 2, I believe? Yeah. The little combination that she had was some nice head kicks. She was switch stances. It was pretty neat. She looked pretty damn good in that last kind of, combination there that she landed to put her out. But I don't know. There are just lapses in her that I've seen from Maycee Barber, even in like some of her takedown attempts. You look at them and you're like, oh, what is going on here? And some of the striking, it's like, ooh, not the best look. But she is young. I will say, Maycee Barber, 27 years old. She has room to improve. So I imagine she's going to get better with every single fight. The one worry that I have for Maycee Barber is her most recent fight. We could see her recent fight. It wasn't Rose, was it? No, it was Aaron Blanchfield. Yeah. Her most recent fight against Aaron Blanchfield. She's about to take this fight. I mean, the fight's on. About 5 minutes before the fight starts, she gets sick. She pulls out. She can't do it anymore. I don't know. They have not really disclosed what the hell happened there. To this day, we don't really know. Was it a medical thing? Did she have a panic attack? Did she have anxiety? Did she pass out? Did she have some injury? I don't know. We don't know. It wasn't disclosed, so I don't really know how to take that, Is that a negative thing? Is that something that's going to affect her later on in her career? Is this something that's going to be a continual problem that we need to worry about? Who the hell knows? So maybe it has an effect in this fight. Maybe it doesn't. We just don't know. So that's a major concern for me. That's something I had to point out of. It is influencing my pick because I am leaning Maycee Barber because I do think Karine Silva, I don't want to say she's sub or bust, but even like in her last fight against Deone Barbosa, I picked Deone Barbosa in that spot, and I think she actually won that fight. I was kind of disappointed with the scorecards on that one. But yeah, she took that fight. Deone Barbosa took that fight on like a week's notice, and she made it that competitive. Now, I'm high on Deone Barbosa. I'm a big fan of Deone Barbosa. I think she's very slept on, but it goes to show Karine Silva, she ain't touching the belt. At 31 years old, we're going to see the best that we've seen from her. She can't get better. I'm not going to say she's reached her absolute peak, but I really think the upside in terms of the growth and what we're going to see is probably going towards Maycee Barber. So in this spot, she probably has a slight edge in the striking, even though, although maybe not by a ton, I don't know. It's hard to get a real good lean because if this fight goes to the ground, I could see Karine Silva kind of bodying her way, using raw manpower and kind of weight bullying her way through these. So I don't have the best lean. I do have the concerns about Maycee Barber and her mental state, her physical state, if she's going to have an injury like that or some mental lapse or something that's going to make her pull out. I don't know how it's going to affect her future performances. But overall, I guess as a whole, I got to lean Maycee Barber. I think she has the higher cap. I think she's probably more well-rounded overall. So for that reason, I got to go with Maycee Barber. Although I could see this fight going either way. I got to say, I won't be super surprised whoever wins this one.